the trade recap. This is the trade that got me funded 50k USD on Tradeify prop firm. So as you already probably know, I'm always starting the top-down analysis, even though I'm day trading / scalping indices in a New York session. But I'm always starting from the monthly to the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, and then 1 minute. I'm basically refining the whole process all the way from the top to the bottom. You never go from the lower timeframes to the higher timeframes. You need a bird view, starting from the monthly down to the 1 minute. So right now we are on the monthly chart. What can we see on the NQ? We can see that the monthly candle, this one, closed above this swing high, which means that the next candle is expected to be continuation, which is happening so in this one right there. Then once we see we are on the weekly chart, we are in a bullish order flow, printing bullish order flow legs, leaving the breakaway gaps and running the previous week high. What does that mean? That means that on the lower time frames the order flow is pointing to the upper side. Bullish FEGs are getting created, pushing the price up. That's how you see what's happening in the weekly candle with this huge body. That's called candle science. On the daily time frame as well, we can see that we had push context, daily internal range liquidity towards the external range liquidity, from daily FEG and previous day low sweep, filling the FEG, drawing inside towards the previous day high. Push context, pushing from the daily FEG, pushing to the highs. Pretty simple. Internal towards the external, playing the trend. On the 4 hour, what we can see is that at the 10 AM 4 hour candle closed above the previous day high. What is that telling me? That's telling me that the next candle, next 4 hour candle, is expected to be a continuation. As you can see, there is absolutely no wick right there, so basically full sending. Also, we had some breakaway gaps that should not get filled, and this is extremely bullish. There is no opposing PDRAs, like everything is bullish. You just long your longs. This 1 hour time frame, and we can see this 1 hour close as well, closed above the previous day high. Bullish close, leaving no wick right there. Bullish intention, which is on the lower time frames. Bullish continuation, bullish order flow legs. On the 15 minute, this was my narrative. If we are going higher, what we determined from the monthly, weekly, daily, this is answering me the next question. First step is bias and Roman liquidity, and the next step is narrative. If we are going higher, how can we go, or where can we go higher from? And this is exactly the point of interest, the area where I wanted to see the price to move higher. Exactly from this 15-minute FEG, also internal range liquidity towards the external range liquidity concept, playing the trend. So if we are going higher, we should do so from this 15-minute FEG. Then we zoom out to the 5-minute. Here I'm asking myself, do I see any opposing PDRA, any resistance level that can resist the price going from this 15-minute FEG towards this high? And is there something right there? There is no opposing, no bearish FEGs. The price is free to move towards the swing high right there. So no resistances. It is in my favor. Everything is determining to be like an A+ setup, which is amazing to see. Then last time frame, 1 minute. Here there was the fill of that 15-minute narrative, 15-minute FEG. And now I demanded a V-shape reversal, touch in that and displacement out of it. It's exactly what happened right there. We had FEG coming inside of that 15-minute, and then the price displacing from it. making the good IFEG, good bullish intention, V-shape reversal, strongness, good displacement. And with this candle close, I just market opened, and I thought that we are not gonna fill the IFEG because of this huge expansion, displacement, but we filled it. I placed the stop loss at the body of this swing high, and at the end we retouched that IFEG, we respected, we started to create new order flow legs, new 1 hour FEG, here another one, and this is where I went break even. Once we ran this 1 minute FEG as well, it then created a new order flow leg. So there is no reason for price to go into my stop loss. So that's when I moved the stop loss to my entry, which is the break even point. And at the end, the price right there delivered towards the 15-minute external range liquidity. And this is how the trade got me funded, basically. Pretty simple. All you need is a bias/doll, narrative, entry, and time, which is the New York session.